Friends, when we allow ourselves to become that Zoroaster, that pure light, undefiled, undiluted, unmixed, no matter where we go, our light that is in us and around us goes, and the darkness flees. We can't find a devil or a false god if we looked for it, because we live in our light. And we all said, Asha is. Speaking of that, it's time to read Asha is. This is everything. If you don't love this, I can say beyond a shadow of a doubt, you are not a part of the order of the Magi, because this 2 little pages right here is everything. Hello, shining ones. Magus here on a beautiful day in Asha. If you're brand new to the channel, we're Zoroastrians. We are the Magi. Oh, do I have a message for you today. We're going to be reading from Zarathustra's original writings. And I always say this, how blessed are we to have the writings of Zarathustra, the first prophet of the first monotheistic religion. It is a true blessing. And even though the world religions have tried to destroy our religion, the original good religion, they tried to wipe out the writings of Zarathustra, they're still here, right? And even if we didn't have the physical copy of the writings, that original word is written inside of us. There's that divine spark, that original word, that it's a part of us, right? We come from that truth, from that light, from that all good spirit. We're made of that. So there's that guide in us at all times. We're going to be in Zarathustra's Song 5, but real quick, hear this. My soul cannot be lost. If any of you have been worried about that, my soul cannot be lost. It cannot be sold or bartered to gods, our devils, our men, for those things are temporary. My soul is eternal. My love will last forever. You know, if you're like me, and you probably are if you're on this channel, I've studied all the religions, you know, all the different mythology. And you know, and the reason I'm doing this is because you know how I love Zarathustra's Song 5 starts out, "Oh, false gods, beware." And you know, as we've studied all these different religions and mythology, these beings that they call gods aren't that good, right? They do awful things to each other, to mankind. The stories aren't good. And God is supposed to mean the highest principle of good, unmixed. My friends, it's not good and bad. It's not love and hate. Matter of fact, in the mythology and stories, you can hardly tell the difference from what they call gods and what they call devils. You know, and the stories are horrendous, and they're full of fear. My friends, and in your heart of hearts, again, that original divine spark that is in you, that original word, that truth has, since you were a child, fought against that thing. That can't be God, that can't be right. My friends, and here's what I want you to see with this as we go into this teaching. You can't fool the power. And I want you to see this. You know, I was thinking about it as we go into these higher dimensions. And the reason you find that those devils don't follow you, those false gods don't follow you, because they can't fool the power. They can't come up into those higher dimensions. They can't be deceitful. And that's all they're good for. You know, they can't say, oh, I'm a good religious whatever, and push their way into these temples and churches and dimensions because they're not in resonance for it. You can't come into the higher realms. You can't come into Asha. You can't come into heaven on earth, right? You can't come into good spirit if you're holding the low frequencies, and those so-called gods or devils or whatever you want to call them, they can't follow you. And so all their fear and their lies, it stays down in those dense, low frequencies that we've come up out of. My friends, and I wanted you to see this. You don't have to fear those gods, those Allahs, Jehovahs, Shivas, whatever you want to call them, goddesses, whatever. The only power they have is the power you give them. My friends, don't give them any power. You starve them. My friends, don't let them feed on your fear and your anger, right, and your confusion. Oh, false gods, beware. The Magi have come. And my friends, when the Magi pray, it's what we are. Love has come. And in our love, hate, fear, and greed, and violence, and discord, and disease cannot live. Our light is shone bright, and the darkness cannot enter. And those false gods and their ridiculous stories and their fear cannot enter. And oh, hear me, false God. I cannot be separated from God good because it's what I am. I come from good spirit. I'm made of good spirit. Can't you see me shine? My God, it's time for you, Magi, to take back your power. Don't be in fear anymore. Don't give those false gods any energy. I want you to stay to the end of this. We're going to read through the full Asha is. And that's everything we're about right there. But I got to read Zarathustra Song 5. Verse 1. You guys enjoying this? Go to the comments, let me know. It's important. I love hearing from you guys. Oh, false gods, beware. The Magi all pray to Mazda for bliss in this manner. I do and say, may we be your messengers to control those who are your antagonists. And the wise God, an ally through Vohumenu, and a friend through Asha, has responded. We have chosen a good and progressive serenity for you. And they say, may it be ours. Verse 6, wise Lord, remember well the fact that in your dominion and in Asha, your doctrine, your word shall prevail. My friends, it's that divine dominion, that Charthavariya that we have in Asha, as we attune ourselves to that highest principle of God good, we become God good. We come back to who we truly are. And we live in that divine dominion where those false gods have no power. My friends, we're living in Asha. Asha is. Say it with me, Magi. Asha is. It says in verse 9, the evil teacher destroys with his teachings the doctrine of wisdom. He prevents people from the precious acquisition of the God mind, that Vohumenu, that Christ mind, where you and God are one. You are the love. You are the peace. You are the protection. You are the provision. You are the power. You are the freedom. You are the light. My friends, you are that divine health. The sickness and disease dies when it touches me. I am the life itself that death flees from. Verse 10, indeed, the false teacher destroys the doctrine. Those who consider it the worst to look at the world and the sun with plain eyes. Get this, my friend. And here's what the false teachers do. This is what Zarathustra's warning you about. See this. You might see this in your own religion. They teach you not to look with your eyes, hear with your ears, feel with your heart. They say, don't trust your heart. It's deceitful. You can't trust it. Only trust your priest. Only trust their Bibles and their Qurans. Don't look with your eyes. Don't think about it. Because if you did, you'll know it's a lie. You can't read those stories in the Bible of going in and killing men, women, children, taking sex slaves, stealing the spoils, and calling that God good. In your heart, you know it's wrong. Say, don't look at it. Don't think about it too long. What would it look like to run a sword through a mother holding her child? What would it sound like? How would your heart feel afterwards? They don't want you to think about it. Don't look at it. Don't think about it too long, too deep. Don't look at the world with plain eyes. My God. Verse 12. It is for this reason the seizing priest, those robbers, you've probably seen them in your churches on TV, seizing priest, have chosen the wrong dominion of wealth instead of righteousness. Verse 16, but, wise Lord, I am powerful enough to meet the twofold threats and restrain the crime of the wrongful directed against my wonderful friends. We have all the power we need. Well, think back to Asha. What is our power? What is our key? It's light. For I am light, and in light there is no darkness. My friends, when we allow ourselves to become that Zoroaster, that pure light, undefiled, undiluted, unmixed, no matter where we go, our light that is in us and around us goes, and the darkness flees. We can't find a devil or a false god if we looked for it, because we live in our light. And we all said, Asha is. Speaking of that, it's time to read Asha is. This is everything. If you don't love this, I can say beyond a shadow of a doubt, you are not a part of the order of the Magi, because this 2 little pages right here is everything. Feel with your heart. Listen with your heart right now. You don't have to understand every word. Many of you will. You've been brought up in the Zoroastrian tradition, but just listen with your heart. Listen with your spirit. Spirit to spirit. Truth to truth. Love to love. Light to light. Asha is, when it starts off like that, my God, I feel that through everything that I am. Asha is my love, my life, beautiful one. She is an essence of feeling, and once merged with my consciousness, it changed how I viewed the world. I saw for the first time beauty. Beauty in all, beauty in no thing. This beauty was nameless, yet it was what every beautiful thing is called. It's a child that smiles and laughs for no reason. It's that south-facing hill alive with the colors of spring. It's holding hands with my beloved. This idea, this essence, this feeling showed me life, showed me myself. She pulled up her veil, and I saw reality, the real above all real. If I put a name to it, I tried to tame or use it, it would flee before my grasp. Spirit cannot be enslaved in a space nor a time. It just is. And that is her beauty. And you hold beauty in your heart, not your hand. She is a muse to inspire, to create by. When you hold it and sing, angels' voices are heard. The artist heart, spirit's heart sharing in that ecstasy of creation. If you paint, write, sculpt something, no thing, everything is there. It cannot be seen, only felt. Music, truth, life, spirit in the object, in the art, in the song, in the writing, an idea, an essence, a feeling, the frequency, the vibration of spirit infused in man and transferred to an object, to art, to creation, not locked within, not locked without. The eternal residue, ever present, radiates, bringing warm tears to the cheek for no apparent reason. You sense something lovely, a memory of being held by pure light. She wants to play again, wants to come close and hold you. Let go the darkness that keeps her at bay, and she will rush to you. Feel you so full you think you will burst, and the two become one, as per usual become three. Your beautiful creation, Asha is. Now I see all along we could never have been separated. I feel your ghost in my temple. I could not see you, only feel you there. My love, my life, beautiful one, my soul. My soul cannot be lost, cannot be sold or bartered to gods or devils or men. Those things are temporary. My soul is eternal. My love will last forever. Asha is. And therefore the lie, the darkness that kept me from seeing you is not real, it's not true. And when I heard your voice, your word, your light, the lie was exposed. And that coward darkness fled before my eye, and I trembled as I looked upon you. A million butterflies in my stomach as you wrapped your arms of light around me and bathed me in your kisses and your tears, and you cried, I was always here, I was always here. Asha is